Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, 2 people were able to escape an overturned truck in Brownville after it veered off the road and into an icy river.
We'll have the story coming up, plus Senator Susan Collins toured the Bangor Historical Society to see the progress of their reconstruction efforts.
And all eyes are on the state basketball tournament. We'll hear from local business owners about how the games help the local economy. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll have those stories and more, including the story of an Augusta man. He heard that they were tearing down a historical property. He decided to buy it, and now they're moving it to save it.
What a great story.
Yeah, so we'll have that coming up too. But first, a check of that forecast, looking like a cloudy day ahead.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we're watching a little bit of snow off toward the west, but at least for today, we're not going to see it move in. High pressure just off to the east will cause it to erode, but we'll see a little bit of snow moving in later on tonight as we'll watch for activity off toward the west that will eventually move on in. Futurecasts will indicate this. You can see it off toward the west, but overnight we'll see it approach from the northwest and tracking toward the south and east. There it is right there. It will be late tonight and early tomorrow morning, which will eventually give way to some sunshine. And as we watch for a little bit of wind, it won't be too bad overall for today. Maybe a quick gust up to 10 miles per hour, and that's about it. Later on tonight, the wind overall won't be bad either. Tomorrow may pick up a little bit, up to a few gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. But either way, it won't be too bad either. Sustained winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For today, upper 30s under a mostly cloudy sky, and that south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, here we go, lower 20s, mostly cloudy, snow showers as well, and that west wind at about 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward for today. All right, we'll have some clouds moving in with temperatures overall in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. First this morning, 2 people were able to escape an overturned truck after it went off the road and into an icy river in Brownville. Brownville's fire chief says they got a call on Monday that a vehicle had gone off the railroad avenue and was lodged upside down on the river below. Upon arrival, crews found a truck upside down on the ice. The 2 occupants of the truck were already getting themselves out. They were evaluated by EMS personnel, and officials are still working to determine how that accident happened. The chief said they were also working to contain fuel from the truck.
Obviously a difference if something happens with the fuel tank or the liquids that are in the vehicle and or the ice breaks. Right now everything's contained. We've got some absorbent pads out catching the gasoline that's leaking. But if the ice breaks or we have a major rupture of the gas tank, that's when things would change for us.
The chief said they were optimistic that there would be no environmental damage.
Well, talk about a close call there. Well, we're also looking into a bad crash that happened late Monday afternoon in Winterport. It happened at the intersection of North Road and Monroe Road. There aren't many details available this morning, but we're told some of the people involved in the crash were injured and a life flight helicopter had to be called to the scene. The Waldo County Sheriff's Office says more information should be available sometime later this morning.
Lawmakers and the White House are still at odds over potential new requirements for federal immigration officers, sending the partial government shutdown into its first week. Congressional Democrats continue to push for major changes to how federal immigration enforcement operates following the shooting deaths of 2 Americans by federal agents last month, including having officers display badges, remove their masks, and wear body cameras. Senator Susan Collins, who chairs the Appropriations Committee, told reporters at an event in Bangor yesterday that safeguards were included in the appropriations bills, including $20 million for additional body cameras and additional funding for further de-escalation training. There was also funding for the Inspector General to review the detention centers.
Well, I think many of the tactics were excessive, which is why I called the Secretary of Homeland Security and got the enhanced operations closed down in Maine. ICE also does important work in human trafficking, in drug smuggling, in the deportation of violent criminals who we don't want in this country, who are here unlawfully.
Senator Collins says in general she does not believe ICE agents should wear masks and that they should have unique authentication numbers and badges, but she is concerned about families of law enforcement officers who have been harassed or doxxed. While 96% of the government is funded, Senator Collins says the impasse affects agencies such as TSA, FEMA, and the U.S. Coast Guard. Negotiations between the White House and Democrats are ongoing. Senator Collins says she hopes to see both parties work in good faith and have the shutdown resolved by this week.
Well, while in the area yesterday, Senator Collins toured the Bangor Historical Society to review progress on a major reconstruction project that she helped secure federal funding for. Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
The Bangor Historical Society is nearing the completion of a restoration effort that aims to bring a new wave of energy back to its historic building.
When the house and the columns are all fixed and painted, it's just going to be one of those, the curb appeal is just like, I want to know what's in that building.
The 1830s era Thomas A. Hill House, home to the Bangor Historical Society, showcases artifacts detailing Maine and American history.
Very impressive.
In October of 2024, the Society was awarded $100,000 in congressionally directed spending to restore the house's three-sided portico that has deteriorated from the Maine winters.
Helping them keep this going and restored and ready for our 250th anniversary is a great pleasure.
The project involves putting in a new foundation and replacing some of the columns. Efforts that the Historical Society's curator hopes will improve their accessibility and attract new visitors.
Getting in here has always been a problem, where we're on like a little bit of a rise, accessibility, but once we have our portico fixed and that's nice and flat, we're going to be able to add additional ramps for handicap access and wheelchair access.
Senator Collins helped to secure the funding and toured the building on Monday, taking in historic pieces of history, such as a copy of the Declaration of Independence, something she hopes will attract more tourists and economic growth.
That helps the local businesses, our restaurants, our hotels. It helps everyone.
Bishop says the restoration project is expected to be completed this spring. In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news this morning, Maine's new red flag law will take effect on Saturday. Approved during the November election, the new law will allow family members or law enforcement to file an extreme risk protection order against a person. It would allow the seizure of weapons if that person is found to pose a significant danger of hurting themselves or others. Under the current yellow flag law, only law enforcement can file a petition and a medical evaluation of the person must be made first. Supporters say the new law is a better way of keeping guns away from people who shouldn't have them.
Well, all eyes are on the court this week for the state basketball tournaments, and the impact the annual event brings stretches far beyond the arena. Our Alex Sly tells us for many Central Maine businesses, this tournament is their version of a fourth quarter comeback.
It's been a lifeblood of our business for years.
As thousands of players, parents, coaches, and fans descend on Bangor's Cross Insurance Center for the annual Maine Principal Association's basketball tournament. Local business owners say they bring much more than just their love for the game. They bring full dining rooms, booked hotels, and a much-needed boost to the local economy.
We've been in business for 50 years, and we have, for many of those years, survived winter until tournament season happens. And once tournament season happens, we know we're going to survive for one more year.
Monday around 2 o'clock, there was about a 20-minute wait for a table of two at Gagan's Pub.
Year after year, it's the same groups, it's the same people, and it's tournament week. Like, everybody who's hearing me say this, who knows what I'm talking about, absolutely knows. Tournament week is tournament week.
Well, some supporters are there for loved ones.
My other daughter played 5 years, so we've been down here every year.
Others are there for the love of the game.
We call them basketball junkies. They love high school basketball.
Regardless of the connection, the tournament director, Alan Snell, says many are already getting ready for next year.
Right after this tournament ends, all or most of the rooms in the area will be reserved for next year for February vacation week.
So whether you're chasing the gold ball or just the thrill of a buzzer beater, know your presence is helping this Maine community put points on the board.
To have a day like this on a Monday in February. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who's here for the tournaments. We appreciate you.
In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Too,
of course.
One of my favorite places.
I'm sure all those downtown businesses are seeing that economic boost too.
Yeah.
Well, the time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Herman Mountain is seeing some larger crowds this week due to school vacation. We'll bring you there coming up.
But first, another check of their forecast. Looks like a great day to go skiing. Mostly cloudy. Look at the temperatures. Up near 38 degrees. Mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers overnight. Lows dropping down to the low 20s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Highs once again around 38 degrees. We'll be right back.
JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette represent American glamour.
They were really in love.
From the very beginning, they had a volatile relationship, and cameras were always there to record it.
John and Carolyn, tonight on ABC, and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Berg Activewear wishes Dexter and all the area schools good luck in the tournaments. Good luck in the tournament to all the area teams from Color Concepts, 840 Hammond Street, Bangor. North Star Waste and Recycling in Brewer wishes good luck to all the area teams in the tournament.
A bad job for someone who counts slow.
A stripper's thief.
Wait a minute! 31, 32.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Hosted by Leah Remini.
4 of them make $1.
Quarters.
What is swing? Did you just say what is?
Yes.
You just realized you're not on Jeopardy. Okay.
People Puzzler
on ABC 7.
I'm the lady in the black dress, and I have to make a decision now.
This is when the collision happened.
You're supposed to turn left if you're in the left-hand turn lane. There are consequences for actions. It is all your fault. Zero evidence. Yeah, wah, 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 wah. Get out.
On ABC 7.
One man took matters into his own hands to preserve an historic building in Augusta. He says it is one of many that needs rescuing. Our Alexa Kennedy has more.
Reedfield man Richard Parkhurst saved a historical home in downtown Augusta on Chapel Street that was going to be torn down. Parkhurst learned at a historic restoration meeting that a bank planned to demolish the building for a construction project. He decided to buy the building so that he could give it a new life and transfer it to a nearby location with the hopes of restoring and reselling it. Parkhurst says the building is one of many historical homes in Augusta that are at risk.
There's been a lot of demolition to accommodate growth. And we're just running out of good historic buildings like this. And we need to try to save everything we can.
Built in 1898 by prominent Portland architect John Calvin Stevens, the building has housed several families, including a former governor of the state. Parkhurst says he hopes to remind people of the importance of preservation.
And this used to be called Million Dollar Row. And most of the buildings are gone and been replaced by other businesses. So we need to stop kind of building buildings that don't have any meaning or any history, or save what we've got.
The building transfer is a 4-day process that will cost $500,000. He is awaiting approval from the city and says moving should begin in a month.
We can save history, that we can have a beautiful downtown city, and that we can work together.
Parkhurst started what he calls a rotating fund to gather resources for the restoration. But he says once the building is resold, the proceeds will go towards saving another building. In Augusta, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, the folks at Herman Mountain are enjoying good crowds thanks to school vacation week. Herman Mountain's owner says February vacation is almost always their biggest week of the year, and so far so good. One of the snowboarding instructors says the Winter Olympics is somewhat adding to the draw.
What we've gotten for snow this year hasn't had any moisture in it, so it's packed powder and it just has stayed packed powder. It's been really wonderful.
We got a good amount of people trying out snowboarding lessons, especially this year we have the Winter Olympics. You know, people see it on TV and they're like, I want to do that.
Whitcomb says the sunny but cold weather is perfect as it allows for good conditions during the day, but he is still able to make snow at night.
We're glad they're having a good season up there. Yeah, I'm the same way. I see those snowboarders doing their tricks. I'm like, I could do that.
Some of it's a little scary, like the ski jump.
I would kill myself.
The time now is 6:15. After the break, authorities are investigating a shooting at a high school hockey game in Rhode Island. We'll have the details coming up.
Plus, we'll also follow up on the middle school robotics competition from last week. We'll have the results as Good Morning Maine continues.
Keep your next building project on track when you plan ahead with help from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center specialists offer professional plans with customizable 3D renderings available to bring your project to life. Once your design is finalized and approved, you'll receive a full materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund your design fees. Get your building project off to the right start when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
When you're furniture shopping, you can wait for a sale price. Or you can get the best price every day at Bob's.
And more of what you love.
More storage and more power.
More comfort and more choices.
Even more years on that precious mattress warranty.
All for hundreds less than the competition.
I cannot tell a lie. Bob's is the obvious choice.
When you find the better choice, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Are you in need of remodeling your bathroom? Want to convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower? Call the experts at Bangor Bathrooms by Design now. They offer complete bathroom remodels, and from start to finish, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call them now and save thousands. 659-6457. Enjoy that brand new bathroom you've always wanted from Bangor Bathrooms by Design. Transforming bathrooms, elevating lives.
Students from the WVII Community School are heading to Texas, all thanks to their love of robotics.
Our Jody Hersey explains.
Last week, we took you to the Lego robotics competition in Jay, where 24 teams from across the state competed against one another. When the points and judges' scores were tallied, it was the WVII Vikings that came out victorious, winning the top prize and the honor of competing in Houston, Texas.
I was in complete shock, to be honest with you.
This 7-member team was led by first-time coaches Lori Kimball and her son Colin Kimball, a mechanical engineering student at UMaine.
We had 4 new members and 2 new coaches.
The duo helped the robotics team practice, problem solve, and get as much exposure to public speaking as possible.
They were able to teach grades 1 through 5 their project. Then we had a special night where the school board came and all their parents, and we presented our entire presentation. So by the time we went to competition, they felt pretty comfortable talking in front of adults.
The team hoped they'd do well, but never expected to win big.
A great thing about robotics is it teaches you how to not be scared of big situations.
I love building Legos. I like coding on the computer.
I like critical thinking and building stuff and painting and drawing.
Now, the WVII Community School has set up a GoFundMe page in order to raise $15,000 to send the entire team and the coaches to Texas from April 29th to May 2nd. Those looking to donate can do so on the GoFundMe page or send a donation by check to the WVII Community School.
To see how well they did and all of their hard work pay off, I couldn't be more happy at the outcome already.
In WVII, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Good luck to them.
Absolutely. Looks like great coaches and kids. Now let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Wave heights at around 2 to 3 feet this morning, so overall not looking too bad. Lower farther off towards the north and east, so no advisories in effect. Offshore or even inland this morning, so overall we're looking pretty good there. Farther out towards sea, a lot more active at around 4 to even 12 feet this morning. Water temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s this morning, closer towards shore, and even lower as well farther out out towards Sia, even some upper 40s being indicated. But on land, again, not looking too bad. You can see a little bit of snow further off towards the west with high pressure right nearby. That will erode that. We'll have some passing clouds being indicated today. You can see that little wave of snow right there. Eventually, it will start to move in. We'll have to wait until later on tonight for that to approach. It will give us a tiny bit of snow, but nothing to get too excited about. But futurecasts moving forward today, we'll have clouds passing through. We'll call it a mostly cloudy sky today. Again, later on tonight, that snow will start to approach. You can see it developing as we head towards your Wednesday morning. It will pass through quickly, giving way to a partly cloudy sky. And then by your Wednesday night, not looking too bad. You may notice some clouds and fog in a few spots to the north, but otherwise, that's about it. The snow accumulations, nothing spectacular. You may see a little bit in a few areas. Anything more will be further off towards the north, but that's about it. Our average night temperature is now 32 degrees. We'll be above that today in the upper 30s. Same for tomorrow, and then upper 30s again Thursday, lower to middle 30s Friday and Saturday, mid 30s again for your Sunday, and then lower 30s again as we head towards your Monday. So for today, we have upper 30s, mostly cloudy, and that south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, okay, lower 20s, mostly cloudy, some snow showers passing through, west wind at about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, we have upper 30s under a partly cloudy sky, and that northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, let's check out that extended forecast. Mostly sunny as we head towards your Thursday with highs in the upper 30s, with mid 30s on the way as we head towards your Friday under a partly cloudy sky. More snow moving in, another system off to the south and west for your Saturday with highs in the low 30s.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
Located on Wilson Street in Brewer, Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, where you'll find only the best sushi, Asian favorites, and specialty crafted cocktails that will satisfy anyone. Try tatami seating for an immersive experience. Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, bringing delicious traditions to you.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
Are you Marcia?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's to bundle my insurance with Liberty.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Liberty.
Liberty?
Liberty.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some cannolis.
Only pay for what you need.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% APR available, or save up to $1,500.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the Twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This morning, authorities are investigating a mass shooting in the middle of a high school hockey game a few miles outside Providence, Rhode Island. Police say 2 people were killed and others are fighting for their lives. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
This morning, investigators are looking into this chaotic scene as gunfire erupted during a high school hockey game in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
We have 1 shooter down at the location. We have 5 injured.
The gunman opening fire during the first period of the game while players were on the ice. Students and families in the stands running for safety.
It was a very
scary moment definitely for the parents. It was a bang. I thought it was a pops. I thought it was balloons at first, but it was not balloons.
At least 2 people and the suspected gunman died. 3 others remain in critical condition. Police say a brave bystander was able to subdue the gunman and prevent even more bloodshed.
A good Samaritan stepped in and interjected in this scene, and that's probably what led to a swift end of this tragic event.
Police identifying the shooter as 56-year-old Robert Durgan, who also went by the name Roberta. They say Durgan entered the arena armed with multiple weapons to watch a family member, then carried out what they say appears to have been a targeted attack stemming from a family dispute. The shooting comes just months after the deadly shooting nearby at Brown University. And officials say all the players in that hockey game are safe this morning. The victims' names have not yet been released. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, meanwhile, the Trump administration is ordered to restore a George Washington slavery exhibit in Philadelphia. District Judge Cynthia Roof ruled that all materials must be restored to their original condition and placed back in the exhibit, while a lawsuit challenging the removal plays out in court. The exhibit is located at the President's House site and highlights the stories of 9 enslaved individuals who were held there by George Washington. The ruling comes after the city of Philadelphia sued the administration in January after the National Park Service removed the explainer panels. The National Park Service removed the panels after President Trump signed an executive order that intended to ensure museums, parks, and landmarks don't, quote, inappropriately disparage Americans' past of living. Roof did not reveal a timeline for when the exhibit had to be restored. Federal officials can appeal that ruling.
And some breaking news at this hour. ABC News has confirmed that Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. For more than 5 decades, he stood as a towering figure of the civil rights movement, rising to prominence in the 1960s alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As a young man, Jackson was deeply involved with the fight for civil rights. He worked for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference headed by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Jackson was at the Memphis Hotel on the night of April 4th, 1968, when King was assassinated. Jackson may be best known for his presidential campaigns, running as a Democrat in 1984 and 1988. His Rainbow Coalition surprised the political world by winning several primaries. In his later years, Jackson worked to secure the release of hostages from the Middle East and was a vocal critic of the war in Iraq. Throughout it all, Jackson never ceased reminding the poor and the marginalized that they too also had a voice. Well, coming up on the second half of the newscast, rising temperatures are impacting dog sledding and winter activity in Greenland.
We'll have the story coming up on Good Morning Maine.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Congratulations to all the teams in the tournament from Steaks and Stuff in Lincoln, your local full-service Sure-Fine supermarket. Good luck to all the teams in the tournament from Collector's Choice Sports Cards in Brewer. We carry sports cards, TCG, and also buy, sell, and trade. Katahdin Federal Credit Union wants to wish the very best to all the teams in the tournament.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Want it? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet you never pay for. It's not a trial. It's an unprecedented offer. So we'll say it again. free fiber-powered internet forever. Have you called yet? Because your internet is forever. But this ad ends now.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, and this is also National Random Acts of Kindness Day.
One can never go wrong with kindness, and there can never be too much of it. This is a day to brighten up the day for someone else by doing simple things to show that you care. It may not seem, or it may seem like it doesn't accomplish much, but just like the domino effect, one act of kindness can lead to more positive outcomes.
We were just talking about this. You and I both do these kind of things every now and then.
Yeah, I've done it. I think when you think of domino effect, I think of like the drive-through line.
Right,
when you pay for someone behind you, they're more likely to pay for the person behind them, and so on. So
and
I think
it makes you feel good too.
It does.
As you're driving away there.
Yeah, I'll have to brainstorm what I'm going to do today.
Yeah, it's a good holiday.
It is a
It's one
good
of my
holiday.
favorites. All right, time for some history. Have some interesting things today. On this day back in 1801, the House of Representatives broke an electoral tie between Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr. Jefferson was elected as our third president, and Burr became our vice president. 1864, during the Civil War, the Union ship USS Housatonic was rammed and sunk in Charleston Harbor. I think we've talked about this one before.
I think so.
It was targeted by the Confederate submarine H.L. Hunley in the first naval attack of its kind. The Hunley, of course, also sank. And I love this one. In 1876, importer Julius Wolfe supplied the very first canned sardines from Maine. He was an early pioneer of the sardine industry and opened the nation's first sardine cannery in Eastport. The move sparked an economic boom in down East Maine, and 17 more canneries were erected over the next 5 years.
Wow.
This one is from Lubec, where they also opened up some canneries as well. What a
Very
great
cool.
old picture. My grandmother worked in a sardine cannery
Yeah.
in Stonington, and she told me all about it back in the day,
Very cool.
too. One more, and in 1964, the Supreme Court ruled that congressional districts within each state must be roughly equal in population.
And in 1972, the Volkswagen Beetle broke the record for the world's most produced car, a record that had been held by the Ford Model T for more than 4 decades. More than 21 million Beetles were produced between 1938 and 2003.
Some are still on the road today.
They are. And in 1992, serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty of 15 counts of murder. And in 1998, the U.S. women's hockey team won their first gold medal in a game against Canada.
All right, for birthdays today, they include basketball great Michael Jordan, who is 63 today, singer Ed Sheeran. You ever heard of him before?
Oh, I have, yes.
He is 35 today. Guy's fantastic.
He is.
And media personality Paris Hilton is 45 today. Happy birthday to you also, if your birthday is today. Imagine the conversation between those three people.
I know. I was just about to say it's rare when we have like 3 really popular people at once. Now we'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we're watching a little bit of snow off toward the west, but at least for today, we're not going to see it move in. High pressure just off to the east will cause it to erode, but we'll see a little bit of snow moving in later on tonight as we'll watch for activity off toward the west that will eventually move on in. Futurecasts will indicate this. You can see it off toward the west, but overnight, we'll see it approach from the northwest and tracking toward the south and east. There it is right there. It will be late tonight and early tomorrow morning, which will eventually give way to some sunshine. And as we watch for a little bit of wind, it won't be too bad overall for today. Maybe a quick gust up to 10 miles per hour, and that's about it. Later on tonight, the wind overall won't be bad either. Tomorrow may pick up a little bit, up to a few gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. But either way, it won't be too bad either. Sustained winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For today, upper 30s under a mostly cloudy sky, and that south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, here we go, lower 20s, mostly cloudy, snow showers as well, and that west wind at about 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward for today. All right, we'll have some clouds moving in with temperatures overall in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
Hollywood is mourning the passing of legendary actor Robert Duvall, who passed away at the age of 95 on Monday. Duvall's widow's co-star Viola Davis posted on Instagram Threads saying, "I've always been in awe of your towering portrayals of men who were both quiet and dominating in their humanness. You were a giant, an icon."
It was like a fantasy.
Tonight, catch John and Carolyn, Love, Beauty, and Loss on ABC. The new one-hour special chronicles the relationship between John F. Kennedy Jr., the son of the 35th President of the United States, and his wife, Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. The special airs tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern and will stream tomorrow on Hulu and Disney+. Disney is the parent company of ABC, Hulu, and ABC News.
Squidward, want to hear my big news?
Let me go mark some time on my calendar.
SpongeBob is coming back to the silver screen. The SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants will premiere on Paramount Plus today. And happy birthday to Michael Jordan. The NBA Hall of Famer is 63 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
It's turning time.
It is.
We'll have the highlights right after this.
The apples, they have to be
perfectly ripened and crisp, medium to large, naturally occurring blush undertone, and some intact.
But did you
double check them? You bet.
Hannaford to go. Unmatched care and convenience.
Hello, beautiful.
Hannaford, all for good.
They've got the sharpest pencil in town. Have they just sit around that showroom figuring deals and whittling that old pencil down? They know that if you buy once, you're gonna be back. So instead of buying one, you're buying two, and that's a fact. They've got the sharpest pencil in town.
So come on down, neighbor. The coffee pot's on.
Patriot Homes in Hancock, your home construction and renovation experts, proudly wish the Ellsworth Eagles good luck in the tournaments. Congratulations to the Hamden Academy teams from Leo & Sons Auto Repair, a family-owned business providing fast and dependable auto repair services. Complete Tire Service Incorporated, your Ellsworth-based tire and repair shop since 1964, would like to congratulate the Ellsworth basketball teams for making it to the tournament.
Hannah's gonna be here in 20 minutes? I can't make anything in 20 minutes.
Time savers. Just sizzle, then serve.
Thank you.
Tasty meals and easy evenings. Hannaford, all for good.
ABC 7 and Fox 22's Jack Webb named Maine's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Welcome back in, everyone. Monday was the first day of February break, and it was Tournament Monday. We've got a full slate of games for you. We might as well dive right into it. First, the number 4 seed Bangor Christian Boys taking on the 5 seed Hodgson Hawks at the Cross Insurance Center late in the first quarter. Kyron Serleglio recovers the missed shot and tosses it back up, draws some contact, and gets the and one bucket. Putbacks were the story early on. BC gets one here as the threes missed, but Jesse Booker uses his strength to grab the ball and put it back up with 2 defenders strapped on him. Then the Trey game gets going. This one comes off the hands of Wyatt Oliver from the outside. He hits not only the nylon. Hawks say, let's go right back to it. Swing pass to Serleglio to the wing. He puts the air on this one, buries it. This game remained close going into the fourth. Check this out. BC's Rajon Reed misses the three. Drake Nash makes a ridiculous save, gets back to Reed, and he finishes the play with 2 more points. But Serleglio and the Hawks close this one out. They win 52-36.
We had a lot of time to prepare before Bangor. We had 2 weeks off, and we really worked on everything. We scrimmaged a few college teams and everything, so just got it done.
Next to take the court, the number 1 Machias Bulldogs matched up with the number 8 Central Aroostook Panthers. First quarter Panthers. Will Whitted misses his first shot, but Machias cannot recover the board cleanly. Whitted chases it down. Then he loses it. Kellen McCrum ends up with it and puts it back in for 2. The Bulldogs answer back with a kick outside to Dallas Richardson. He jacks up the triple, and it goes down. The Panthers play into the 3-ball trend. Ben Woodworth with the quick pull-up. He drills that one to keep it close early. Then the play of the morning, Caden Carter gets not one, but 2 swats, and it's going the other way. On the run, pass goes right back to Carter. He gets the finish at the net. What a play from the captain. In the second half, it was all Machias here. Landon Barrett gets the tough and 1 bucket as the Bulldogs win 71-46. First girls game of the day down here in Bangor was the number 4 seed Penobscot Valley taking on the 5 seed Southern Aroostook. Southern trying to make a statement early as Haley McGarry hits the moonshot. Look at that. It almost hit the rafters to give the Warriors the lead. But after that, the Howlers would take over. Riley Moulton drains the quick trigger 3 to give the Howlers the 8-2 lead shortly after. It's McKenna Ireland who takes her turn and drains the 3. Then it's Moulton on the break. She feeds Lila Cummings, who lays it up and in. Howlers won the second quarter 20-0. Second half now, and it's more of the same. Moulton to Cummings to Brooklyn Raymond, who lays it up and in. Now it's Raymond again, who drains the deep 2, and PVHS rolls 73-19.
I mean, we've had 10 days, I think, since our regular season game. So we've just been working on defense and defensive conditioning and practice. So we know that we can play defense. It's just about, we really wanted to develop that grit to be able to play defense for 32, which I think we've definitely improved since the regular season.
Now the top seed Bangor Christian takes on the 8 seed Skank. Winner takes on the Howlers. First quarter, it's Mary Allen and Reese Starbird running the give and go, and Allen finishes it off for 2. Then it's the Patriots turning defense to offense. This Maris Kowalski 3 is good, but she tips the inbounds pass. Watch this. It results in a Mary Allen steal, feeding her sister Annie Allen for an easy 2 points. Patriots rolling in the first half. Now watch this possession. Every single player on the floor touches the ball until it gets all the way back to Mary Allen in the corner, who knocks down the 3. BCS up big at the half. Skank fighting back, though, as Harley Sprague is going to drive to the paint and lay it in for 2. Then Sprague again. She knocks down the triple in the second half, but Bangor Christian would be too much as Carly Andrews feeds Kowalski, who hits the 3, and the Patriots win 87-27.
It's been so fun, and honestly, obviously winning's fun, but it's just been the girls and everything else that makes it fun. We have a really, really good team atmosphere and team chemistry, so we're just looking forward to keep trying to push as far as we can and hopefully make it as far as we can.
Quick breather built in by Jeff. Thank you for that, Jeff. Now let's go to the afternoon session that had the Class C boys and girls. Our first Class C session of the tournament at the Cross. It's 6 Sumner taking on number 3 Fort Kent. The Warriors get it off in the first possession. Finn Kelly grabs the loose ball and gets it to drop to open the scoring, but Sumner would establish themselves in the first quarter. Connor Eastman spots up from deep and nails it to give his team the lead. I accidentally put it in here twice. You can get another look at it. The two sides were neck and neck in the first, but Fort Kent exploded in the second. Aiden Jeffers takes it coast to coast to give the Warriors a 35-21 lead, just like that. Second half now. Jeffers again, he can't get the first attempt to fall, but stays with it and lays it in. Other end, it's going to be Logan Crowley going to work. At one point in the second half, it was just Jeffers and Crowley trading buckets, but in the end, Jeffers would get the last laugh. He's going to slam it home. 35 points from the sophomore as he helps Fort Kent advance to the D North semis.
Feels good. Getting to the semifinal again this year in my sophomore year. It's just a great feeling, and we got to go home smiling and happy pretty much.
Now for one of the more interesting matchups between the 2 and 7 seed you'll see is the Madanacook boys. The 2 seed took on Orono, the 7. Let's get it going in the first quarter. Link senior Avery Jordan gets the ball up top. He's dangerous. When left open, he proves it right with a big 3. A possession or 2 later, True Weatherby says it's my turn. The big fella, he makes him pay big time with the tray ball. Orono was down double digits at half, but that deficit was erased in the third with this 3 from Brady Hughes. And then to beat the buzzer at the end of the third quarter, Bergen Soderberg is going to drain the corner 3 to bring it within 5 points. The game came down to the wire, but Jordan injects ice into his veins, and he calls game. Big 3-pointer, big win for the Lynx. They take it 70-57.
We just had to keep an eye on Hughes and Soderberg and shut them down, and we knew we could run away with it and keep it a good lead.
First Class C girls game was number 3 Foxcroft taking on number 6 Callis. Watch this ball movement from the ponies. Cook to Hall to LaBelle as she finishes the beautiful play. Callis responds, though, with a layup of their own from Sarah Wentworth. These two teams battle it out. Ponies now. LaBelle is going to feed Nola Mason, who lays it up and in. This one is neck and neck as Olivia Turner steps up and is going to nail a big-time 3. A quarter later, Jordan Craig is going to drive to the hole and lay it up and in herself. But now, after this, what you're going to see shortly is where the game was decided. Points were a premium in this one, and Nola Mason did this on back-to-back possessions. First, makes a nice move for the layup in the fourth, then follows it up with a floater to put it out of reach as Foxcroft Academy wins 32-22.
Hard, this our week off, trying to prepare for the playoffs and all that. Like, it's a whole different season, and I think that a lot of our hard work went towards that.
Last game of the night is between number 2 George Stevens and number 7 Sumner. Both teams each bringing quite the supporting cast of the CIC. First quarter, Eagles have it, but the ball comes loose. It's rolling. Both teams chasing it down. Sumner's Abigail Billings is the first to it. She takes it to the other way for 2 points. And then the Eagles, Allie Clifford takes the 3. Thought she made it, but it's short. But Taylor Grego is right there to recover and lay it up and in. GSA out in front. Longer play coming up. Tigers pass is intercepted by Clifford. She's patient and then finally dishes on the bounce pass to Layla Hutchins. She takes the contact on the shot, and it goes. Count it and 1. Tigers back with it now. McKinley Crowley takes the inbound and just floats this one up on the run, and it falls. Clifford had the assist on the and 1 earlier. It's only right she gets it herself as she drives and draws contact on her shot. She gets a chance at the charity stripe. GSA goes on to win 47-30. We'll have you covered all tournament long right here on Fox and ABC. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
In Minneapolis, innocent citizens gunned down. Here in Maine, ICE agents detaining local law enforcement. And Susan Collins is giving ICE even more power. As head of the committee that controls spending, Collins wrote the bill to increase ICE funding with no restrictions, no restraints, letting masked agents enter homes without warrants, raid churches and classrooms. Tell Susan Collins to stop towing the party line and start holding ICE accountable.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
You provide it all. There's no challenge you can't take on, because you've already taken on everything. You've gone above and beyond. It feels like you've brought them together. It feels like your home is taken care of. It feels like you're all at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
Welcome back, everyone. A treasured part of Greenland's culture may be melting away. Dog sledding has been around in the Arctic areas for more than 1,000 years. However, 5-time Greenland dog sled champion Jorgen Christensen says rising temperatures in recent years is causing ice loss that is severely impacting the territory's ability to maintain dog sledding. He said that this winter is the first he's experienced Greenland without snow or ice in January, meaning there isn't enough snow for sled dogs to drink during their travels. A visitor and research center in West Greenland explains what's happening to glacier ice that makes the potential of culture loss so real.
The fishing spot they're having now was the edge 40 years ago. And it has retreated 40 kilometers back. This glacier inside the fjord, which is called Sonnokglacier, is one of the fastest ice-producing glacier in the world. This is causing that some of the lands are sinking, like Maldives, when it's melting that fast.
Many Greenlanders believe the melting ice resulting in exposed minerals is one of the reasons U.S. President Donald Trump wants to own the island.
Well, meanwhile, in Hawaii, a sustainable garden workshop highlights talented gardening dogs. Dozens gathered for an event that featured free garden exhibits, workshops, and advice to help start home gardens. And one of the highlights of the event was a demonstration by the conservation dogs of Hawaii. The highly trained dogs showcase their ability to sniff fire ants from plants, and the pups are apparently more effective in detecting pesky fire ants in comparison to more traditional methods.
So they can survey a very large area, and they can look through things like containers and nursery shelves and plant sales. So where it would take us a very long time to drop sticks with peanut butter on every plant, these dogs can run through and use their nose.
Attendees weren't allowed to take the super sniffer dogs home, but were taught how to screen their own plants for these pests.
That's neat.
Yeah, no dogs were used in that way.
No.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, by the way, there was an earthquake in Maine last night. You probably didn't feel it. It happened around 7 o'clock up in northern Maine by Bridgewater, right by Mars Hills. Registered 2.3 on the Richter scale. No damage reporting. But apparently folks up there probably felt a little rattling.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Well, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Wave heights at around 2 to 3 feet this morning, so overall not looking too bad. Lower farther off towards the north and east, so no advisories in effect. Offshore or even inland this morning, so overall we're looking pretty good there. Further out towards sea, a lot more active at around 4 to even 12 feet this morning. Water temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s this morning, closer towards shore, and even lower as well farther out towards sea, even some upper 40s being indicated. But on land, again, not looking too bad. You can see a little bit of snow further off towards the west with high pressure right nearby. That will erode that. We'll have some passing clouds being indicated today. You can see that little wave of snow right there. Eventually, it will start to move in. We'll have to wait until later on tonight for that to approach. It will give us a tiny bit of snow, but nothing to get too excited about. But futurecasts moving forward today, we'll have clouds passing through. We'll call it a mostly cloudy sky today. Again, later on tonight, that snow will start to approach. You can see it developing as we head towards your Wednesday morning. It will pass through quickly, giving way to a partly cloudy sky. And then by your Wednesday night, not looking too bad. You may notice some clouds and fog in a few spots to the north, but otherwise, that's about it. The snow accumulations, nothing spectacular. You may see a little bit in a few areas. Anything more will be further off towards the north, but that's about it. Our average night temperature is now 32 degrees. We'll be above that today in the upper 30s. Same for tomorrow, and then upper 30s again Thursday, lower to middle 30s Friday and Saturday, mid 30s again for your Sunday, and then lower 30s again as we head towards your Monday. So for today, we have upper 30s, mostly cloudy, and that south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, okay, lower 20s, mostly cloudy, some snow showers passing through, west wind at about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, we have upper 30s under a partly cloudy sky, and that northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, let's check out that extended forecast. Mostly sunny as we head towards your Thursday, with highs in the upper 30s, with mid 30s on the way as we head towards your Friday under a partly cloudy sky. More snow moving in, another system off to the south and west for your Saturday, with highs in the low 30s.
Most business problems start with one thing: unreliable technology. Digital Brains monitors, protects, and maintains your entire IT environment, keeping everything running flawlessly. When your technology works for you, your business starts thriving. Faster service, happier clients, more productivity, less stress. Clients don't wait, neither should you. Contact Digital Brains today for your free technology assessment. Digital Brains, we help people feel free. Are you in need of remodeling your bathroom? Want to convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower? Call the experts at Bangor Bathrooms by Design now. They offer complete bathroom remodels, and from start to finish, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call them now and save thousands. 659-6457. Enjoy that brand new bathroom you've always wanted from Bangor Bathrooms by Design. Transforming bathrooms, elevating lives.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Why are you doing this?
There's something different about this case. The fear, the rage. There's two killers.
What we saw was you smashing some stuff up.
Well, I was afraid.
That's you running for your life?
Hot Bench. Tuesday at 3 on ABC 7.
Vietnam's celebration of the Lunar New Year brings colors and crowds on Sunday. A large crowd showed up to the Hang Loc Market in the old quarter of Hanoi to gear up for the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, known as Tet. On Tuesday, shoppers had plenty of options to choose from, such as paper horses, hanging decorations, gold embossed calligraphy, or red envelopes to hand out lucky money. I love lucky money.
Me too.
Tet is considered Vietnam's most important holiday, and it signals the arrival of spring, when families can gather for reunions, honor ancestors, and hope for good fortune in the new year.
All those decorations are really pretty.
Yeah, neat.
And an injured seabird apparently seeks emergency medical care at a German hospital. The shiny, dark-feathered cormorant was seen pecking at the door of an emergency room in the northern city of Bremen on Sunday. The bird had a triple fishing hook stuck in its beak. Medical staff and fire crews helped remove the hook and treated the wound. If untreated, it could lead to infections, pain, and even starvation, since cormorants use their long, hooked bills and thin necks for deep diving hunting abilities. The head of the ER said it was likely a coincidence that the ailing bird showed up outside the hospital, but the bird was later released back into nature.
We love that.
Yes, we do.
I think the bird knew exactly where to go.
I think so too.
Yeah, smart bird.
Yes. Well, that's all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.